Now you see that we have the same core insert. We have the insert plate with the core surfaces on top. We have the mold plates here, and I'm just going to hide those. Okay, so what will most likely happen for a production environment for this mold insert is that you really want to get a sharp edge there, because that's what the part requires at the parting plane or the parting line. So you really need to maintain that sharp edge. In order to do that in a production setting, you probably don't want to machine it the way we're going to machine it for the prototype. So what they will probably do is wire cut that shape out. So what they'll do is they'll mount this the mold plate, or this is actually going to be a whole block, okay? And we'll probably wire cut. What they'll do is they'll probably drill a hole right here, since this is not a part surface. They'll probably drill a hole here to feed the wire through, and then they'll wire cut it around. So let's take a look at what that looks like. I'm going to go ahead and hide this. Again, if you got any questions, put it in the questions panel. Okay, so in most likely cases, when they wire cut it, anytime they cut anything in a mold shop, they're going to be cutting more than one. So they always cut in sets. In case something happens to one, they can use the second, or they may do 3 sets. Okay, so to get this sharp edge, in most cases, I have it programmed out, but I'm not going to program it in this. I'm going to program it in the prototype. But they'll probably just machine, on down as if this is a part surface, okay? And they'll just machine past this parting plane right here, which is no longer visible now. So one way they might do it, and the way I'm going to do it in the prototype, I've got a number of ball mills, starting with the 3/8, a 1/4 inch, and a 1/8 inch ball mill. So we're working it down. So one question you may ask yourself, do I want to machine down to this? You can consider this a fixture, okay? Because that's the wire cut part of that mold plate, and your core is going to be mounted on that, okay? So they've got a couple of pins here, which will align it with the core, and then you have some fasteners, cap screws that actually fasten it in place. So if you're only machining one set, then you really want to pay attention to how you're going to machine at this parting plane. You probably don't, you can consider this a parting line, even though it's a parting plane, because you do have a line between the fixture portion and the core portion. So you may not want to have the tool actually run down on this fixture. You may want to maintain the tangent of the ball mill to stop at the actual parting line. Okay, so in order to do that, an easy way to do that is to use catch planes. So you may have seen us do this, or you may have done this for a number of purposes. And in 3-axis machining, every surface that's visible is taken into account when the tool paths are calculated. So if you have a surface here that's visible, the tool obviously is going to stop on that surface. It's not going to cut below it. As you can see here, we got some offset curves we're going to use for different tool sizes. So what this is going to do is this catch, or spelled catch wrong, catch 3/8, is the 3/8 ball mill is going to stop on this plane, which means that it's 3/8 of an inch below the parting plane. So it's a 3/4 inch ball mill, and the tangent of that ball mill with this catch plane is going to hold that tangent right on the parting plane. Okay, so you got different planes for different ball mill sizes. So we got a 1/4 inch. Okay, so this is a 1/4 inch below the parting plane. This is going to be using a 1/2 inch ball mill, and then we have another one for a 1/4 inch ball mill. So they're in just different levels, which keeps the ball mill tangent to the parting plane. Now, if you're wire cutting out more than one, which is actually what will happen, you can just ignore this method and just machine down, say, a half an inch below this, like in a horizontal finishing operation, to match this profile, and it'll give you a nice sharp edge right there. Okay, I just wanted to go into that just so you'd understand the different ways you might want to approach this particular insert.